And I'd feel an ache, just like an ache, the kind of ache you get when you feel profound sadness. You know, when it's beyond crying. Do you ever get that feeling? It's right at the top behind, in the base of your throat. And it would last for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and as I kept walking, it would go away. And even later on in the morning, I would start jogging and jog until I was pretty well out of breath, and the pain didn't come back. So of course I didn't associate it with a heart attack.
But a heart attack was exactly what it was. Captain Willie says he thought the pain in the base of his throat was stress related. But the Sunday after Thanksgiving in 2012, Willie says he felt an ache that spread out across his chest and an overall feeling something wasn't right. Willie said he has no known family history of heart disease, so he was surprised to hear the ache in his throat was walk through angina.
Walk through angina. So what is walk through angina? Experts say it's a feeling like indigestion. Activity makes the pain go away, and it's more commonly found in women.
After his first experience, Willie had a catherization and 2 stents. He changed his diet and walked away from Flying Chopper 16. But since that time, he's continued to remain busy co-hosting Outdoors Delmarva. And now he's picking back up a former gig with WBOC. And Willie joins us now to tell us about it. Willie, welcome to DelmarvaLife.
Thank you.
So give us an update. How are you doing? How's your health?
Well, I'm afraid I'm in pretty good shape. I thought especially after the recent surgery, that I might get me a little bell. And I'd spend a lot of time on the couch, and I'd tinkle this thing to have someone run and fetch me a slice of pie or something like that.
That way?
That's not the way it works.
Okay, so you were saying the most recent surgery. Tell us about that. What was going on?
Well, I had a number of blockages that had to be addressed, and so I had a quadruple bypass.
Wow.
Oh my.
That was, as I said, that was solved a lot of problems at one time, and the recovery process again was, I was up and walking the next day and out of the hospital in 4 days.
Wow.
Into an exercise regimen and being tuned up by the people at the Phase 2 cardiac rehab people over at the hospital. So now, you know, back to work.
So there's still no little bell.
No,
Still no little bell.
No, I never did get that long period of leisure that I thought went along with that.
So, but you did mention that you had there were some changes after the surgery.
Yes.
You mentioned something like a dyslexia?
Yes, the day after the surgery, I had a tiny little stroke in the vision center in my brain, and the results were, from what I hear, exactly like being dyslexic.
Wow.
The letters moved around and they disappeared and whatnot, and that's getting better now. It's gradually improving. I can read now and without a great deal of difficulty. But it gave me a peek into the obstacles that people who have dyslexia overcome, because when you see somebody that's successful and living a normal life and find out they're dyslexic, I had a peek into their world, and they are amazing folks. So it was kind of a good thing.
All right, so big picture. How are you today, right here, right now?
Like I say, I'm afraid I'm just fine. No, I had went out this morning on the refuge across from the house and walked a couple of miles, and I've been lifting cement blocks around the house and whatnot. So it's something that if you follow the regimen that's laid out for you, the recovery is amazingly fast.
And you're not slowing down. As a matter of fact, viewers are going to start seeing you regularly in the newscasts. Is that correct?
Yes, we're bringing back some of my favorite Chopper 16 segments, and this was from the time, it was before we did dedicated towns and villages, when the news director would just send us out and say, find something cool for the sick. And I figured this is not going to last very long. We will go out about 3 times, find nothing, and that'll be the end of that. But as fate would have it, we went out and found, almost every time we went out, we found something amazing. And so, and I had great camera people with me that could capture it and bring it back. So a lot of the segments that are going to be shown in the next few weeks are kind of roadkill, but in the best possible way.
I saw one this morning and with
excellent.
the pond with the happy face.
Yes, that was something that by Salem in Dorchester County. It's one of those things you see when you pass over and then go back around and say, you know, I have to share this.
Yeah, it's all different. All right, Kat, we can't let you go anywhere without letting us know what you and Mr. Tawes are going to be doing this weekend.
Okay, this weekend, the trophy rockfish season has started. And on a bluebird day out of Winona, they caught some big fish, and everybody was just thrilled. Look at the size of that thing. Yeah, some of the younger anglers. Then we went to the second annual Romp in the Swamp down in Pocomoke City. Mostly a Jeep event, but anybody with a four-wheel drive could participate. And then there is a new addition at the zoo.
Yep.
Chaska's Child is an Andean speckled bear. Brand new cub there, and we got up close and personal.
Yep.
We're going to take a look at her.
Captain Willie.
It's good to see you in more ways than one.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping by to see us.
It's good to be back. Thanks a lot.
How about that? Well, Captain Willie's been a familiar face here on WBOC for years, and there's another familiar face. You probably know him as anchor Steve Hammond. DelmarvaLife Sean Stryker sits down with Steve to learn about where he got his start, what about his job makes him love it so much, and what he says makes Delmarva so special.
And we have a few special dogs and cats to show you coming up in just a little bit. If you're looking for a new furry addition to the family, you're in luck. DelmarvaLife, we'll be right back.